Hi, welcome back to Blue Hills Bolts and Bondo. It's Chris. Last time you guys seen it, it would have been bare panel that I patched in. We'll turn this camera around and let you see. So I would throw a coat of Bondo on every time I come home, just a little skin coat, and this one's probably got about 3 layers in it now. I would spray some black paint, find some lows, and you can still see there where it's dark that may turn out to be low. Just put that on. I'll spray a guide coat once it dries, and then again we got to run to town as usual for more stuff, and then I'll get right back on this sanding, and we'll see what it looks like and maybe get some red on there. So I sacrificed an old paddle here for the profile of this, and that certainly helped going across. Before, I think I was putting too much on in some areas and taking too much out in others. And then with the guide coat, that certainly helped. Like I said, it got me very, very close. Where I once thought I was low, this profile gauge shows me sitting a lot better or closer to where I need to be. So we'll continue on. I'll start sanding here once I get back, and hopefully things will be looking good enough for color. So I'm just going to hit this with a little guide coat, just using some sandable primer. It's not perfect, but it should work for what I'm doing here. And once that dries, sand it off, see what things look like. So my first shaping was with 80 grit. I'm out of that now, so I'm switching to 120 anyhow, and we'll take a look. Okay, first sheet, we'll try again. And I'll switch to another sheet. Okay, we're getting close. I think I'll add a little more. Got some low spots showing up. There, a little low there. So I'm going to mix up some Bondo here and take another swing at that. Okay, that looks pretty uniform. I think I'll hit these low spots a little bit first. And here, over there, on the corner. So upwards, a little under the trim. I'm not that worried about that. If that'll stick here, it'll work. There, should put the gloves on. That's not terrible. And I got the garage pretty warm today, so I think I'm going to stop. It's drying fast. So while the Bondo's at a cheesy state here, I'm just going to go in and work some of those ridges that are pretty sure that are too high. I think I'm still going to hit it with a quick guide coat. Let that dry, and I'll hit her quick with the DA and look, see how it looks. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close. Going to mix up a little more Bondo and get her on there. Found a couple little spots I want to touch up as well. So while everything's drying, I'm just going to take my red SOS and just scuff anywhere there's overspray. All right, going to hit her quick with the DA again. All right, going to crack the door, get some air. Got 3 coats of primer on. I'm going to scuff it a little bit with the red SOS pad. I know the body is not perfect, and there's a lot of areas on this body that's not perfect, so I'm not trying to make one part look that much better than anything else. My intentions were to cure the rust and make it look a little better from the outside. Today's day off, and as I said, I was intending on getting some color on it. The color is $25 a can, so I mean, I could put this on. I will see my flaws, and that's okay because there's flaws elsewhere. And then if this car treats me good enough over the years, I may actually get a gallon of the real deal and go over it and give it a spray like I did on the 55 Chevy. It's just, I want to put more effort in than what I'm using this car for, and it's just right now it's a commuter, and I want it to look better. It doesn't have to look perfect. Well, that's my intentions. I always say to my friends, you know, like, define your mission. Are you going racing? Are you traveling across country? All that has a factor on what you're doing with your car. So for me, like I said, it was had some real ugly rust there, and I did want to get rid of that, and I did. We got some oil can here too, so got rid of the rust. The little body work is not perfect. It wasn't my intentions to be perfect. I just want to get her sealed up so I can get her outside without worrying about surface rust. And just doing what I'm doing here right now, I can tell you it looks so much better than it did. See all the little imperfections there. Like I say, there's a lot of imperfections in this car at the moment. And I got a bad case of the outas in this garage anyway. I'm out of a lot of things. Little stuff to fill pinholes, I do not have that. Yes, we are going to town today, and I might pick it up, but like I say again, make it look good today, or better today, and then in the future, I might do the whole car. Just gonna give her a quick wipe down with some rubbing alcohol, 50% alcohol, so it evaporates nice and quick. And then you can take a quick look down the side and see just how bad or good you have done. In my case, it'll be bad, but it will be better at the same time. Oop. I'm tripping on everything in the garage. That's another reason why I want to get this thing done and get her out. Then I can work on something else, or at the very least clean up my garage. Well, I got a bit of a tape wall going there. I got the one can here. That's all I have today. But I'm going to get some color on this thing and see how it looks. See how far it goes as well. I did the other side. I used gray primer. That was a little harder to cover up. I'm hoping this red primer will do better. Under my tape wall there. All right, I think we can turn the nozzles on the top of these caps. I'll turn it and go up, down the other way. Let it flash off slightly. Nice part is it does dry pretty quick. But it's a lacquer as well, I believe, so. Get you guys on the camera. Put the nozzle the other way again. Wow, that really does dry fast. Went the wrong way, that's probably a run. Sorry, I'm right in your guys' face, I'm sure. It's going a little further than I expected. Just gonna keep switching side to side here. Can't get over that. Sometimes the spray can could be your friend. So far, that's actually pretty good coverage out of a small can. Flashes so fast. And which way am I going? This way. We're starting to sputter. That's about it. That's red. Like I say, you can see the other stuff's oxidized to the paint. It doesn't look terrible. So that's spray can on the left, obviously, and the original. Well, it may not be original because this whole car has been body worked before. So, but that's Milano Red. That's the spray can Milano Red. It doesn't look horrible. Kind of passes. And again, like you say, someday maybe I'll do the whole car. So I moved my tape line up there. I don't know if you can see it. And then I'm going to give her a quick scuff and a little bit of clear here. And then I'm done for the day. And like I say, you can see back here, there's still dents in the car, and the bodywork's not perfect, but it'll be good enough until I start on it again. All right, so it's lost my clear. Hopefully it's enough to cover, and I'll be able to move this thing out. This stuff really does stink. Not a lot left. And I can see nothing. I think that was it. No more left. Well, we'll let her dry and come back, take a look. So back from town, drop the car down into its normal position. We'll let you guys take a look at it here. I'm going to give it overnight to dry for sure, and then clean up the rest of the car. It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look perfect by any means. There is some dimples and whatnot, but there is a reflection in the paint. So not horrible. And man, I do got to clean this garage up. If you guys think the Integra looks better quarter panel than it did before when it was all rusty, give me a like, share, subscribe, and we'll keep working on things like this and try and make it better every time. Thanks. Bye.